What the Truck Wednesday, which means it's Wednesday.
It definitely is.
High energy is flowing in this building today. Tom came in here with what was that, about a 60-pound ham earlier?
Yes, it was.
So we're all going to go devour it. I'm vegetarian, but I'm going to eat some of that ham.
Well,
it's already dead.
It's already dead. You weren't involved in its harvesting of its flesh.
In its demise.
So it's okay to eat if everybody's care.
Yeah, it's getting cold outside.
It's getting real cold. I don't care where you are, unless you're in like South Florida. It's probably pretty cold where you're at.
Yeah, I think it's cold everywhere now. What vehicles do you have today? Because I'm in the newer zones.
I have a WD21 and D21. You're going to want to get a pen and a piece of paper because these things are so rare.
Yeah.
That we don't have them in stock right now, and the quantities are very limited. So you're going to want to get your orders in before the competition that watches our videos for hints and tips on how to be better parts sellers.
Copycat.
They order all these in and create a monopoly and jack the prices up. So you got some minutes. Russell's going to be talking about stuff you don't care about for about 5 minutes. So you've got time to get a pen and a piece of paper to jot these numbers down. And then when we're done, I've got some good news.
Yeah, so I was looking at 2012 Pathfinder, Titan, Armada, in that 2000s to 12, 15, somewhere range.
That weird era.
That era. That Gozen era.
Yes.
That's what I'm going to call it today.
Prime Gozen era.
Yeah. So one of the common things on those vehicles are for the heater hoses to fail or leak. One of the points where they leak is right here.
Right.
You got this little rigid, it's like a hard plastic, and then you got rubber hose, and then this one's a solid one. And then you got rubber on this end, but this thing will start leaking, and you got to buy this whole assembly. Now, this one is pretty simple. There are some that are quite a bit more hose and product than this one is, and there are some vehicles where you can buy these fittings by themselves. So if you find yourself needing it, get us your VIN number. We'll tell you what you actually need. Maybe you can buy smaller components. Now, this will cause you big-time heater problems. Same sort of situation, but this is a water control valve. And if this fails, you're not going to get any heat. They can't open and close.
Is that what that valve does? Just open and closing? It's not like a little pump?
Yeah, I think it just opens and closes. So I went back and I looked at some repair orders, and this is a repair order. I believe this is one that Ray worked on, perhaps. And this customer brought the vehicle in saying that there's no heat from the heater. Water control valve for heater is seized in closed position in the driver's. Well, they had a blend door actuator issue too, but this would have been the one causing no heat to come in. So if you have a Titan, Pathfinder, Armada, probably Xterra, hit us up if you're having heater issues, or if you need the heater hoses because they're leaking. You don't want coolant leaks. Coolant leaks are no fun.
It's interesting. They don't make them simple anymore, do they? Just a little valve. Now it's all electronic.
I mean, it's pretty wild that, there's got to be a reason why they don't sell this by itself, maybe. But they don't sell the valve by itself, which you would think. Maybe they just assume when that goes bad, the hoses probably need to be replaced too, and they don't want you monkeying around with trying to replace brittle hoses.
Makes sense. And the way this is held on there too, it's pretty. These clamps are like melted.
Yeah. I've never noticed a clamp like that till just now.
Yeah.
Just never pay attention to it. All right. Now that you got your pen and paper, Tom is going to tell you how to maintain your heater on an older model vehicle.
Yeah. So I wanted to get you guys a list of parts so you could be warm this winter, but unfortunately, most of it has been discontinued. Of the parts that we can get, I've got some part numbers here, as well as what numbers are left in the country. The blower resistor, they pretty much use the same blower resistor on WD21 and early and late D21s. Part number 27150006, J as in John 01. That is your blower resistor. There's only 7 left in the entire country, 7 to 10 days out. Now, when I see stuff like that, low numbers, you would think they'd have them in California.
Yeah, you think.
But there's only one warehouse in the States that has it, and it's far away from us. So it doesn't say that it's been discontinued, but that's kind of the pattern that I see is the West Coast stuff shrivels up. And then
if it's just on the East Coast, that's a bad sign.
It's a big red flag for availability in the future.
Did you look and see if we had a photo of that on our website?
No, I did not.
Because I'm wondering, because probably a year today, we talked about a blower motor resistor, and it was in that, it had a big metal cage. You remember that?
It does have the cage. It looks like a little mini cheese grater.
Yeah, so that was it. So yeah,
that's it.
We've had those in stock before. Probably just didn't sell a ton of them. But yeah.
Right. And then on the fan switch itself to change the speeds, all late model D21 and WD21, which is 1992 onwards, there's only 4 left in the country. And that's it. Part number 27660-75. P as in Paul, 00. So if you have an earlier one, like the one on my Pathfinder, you cannot get the switch by itself. You have to order the HVAC controls. That's going to include all the cables to open and close the flash.
We talked about those.
We had one in.
We did.
One in.
Yeah, just a mess of cables coming off.
It's quite a bulky piece, but it's reasonably priced. So if you need the whole assembly, if you've got a D21 or WD21 from 86 to 93, it's going to be part number 275001G as in golf 00. If you have the late model, you want that fan switch with all the accessories on there, 2750075, P as in Paul, 00.
If we were in the early 90s or mid 90s and we were stocking both of those and selling them all the time, let's just say they're problematic, you'd say, do you want a goo or a poo?
Yeah. That's right.
So hit us up. Let us know if you want a goo or a poo if you need one, and we'll give you 5% off your order.
And
if you say that.
Yeah, and there's only 8 left.
Wow. Of each or
of each?
Of each.
So plan ahead. We have a guy that's a D21 expert. I like to call him. His name's Oscar. He orders a lot of D21 stuff from us, and he's smart. He stocked up on one of the control assemblies a while back. The little knobs that go on the sliders, discontinued, gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jumping off topic, completely away from the heater, let's talk about your interior scent. If you want your interior to smell good and you want it to look good, what you got for them?
All right. These are Tree Frog air fresheners, limited edition air fresheners. These are the anime edition.
Yeah. They're kind of cool. You pull that one out, and it's kind of neat. It's got artwork on it, so you get a little...
so you got the artwork on the packaging itself, and just when you think, oh, what's the point in that? It's also on the air freshener. Russell will get some good close-ups on these, so you can check them out. Does it mention the scents? Marine Squash, 10902. Well, they'll see the part numbers.
Yeah.
But Marine Squash is available. White Peach. If you know what these anime characters are, leave a comment because I'm out of the loop.
Yeah, I don't know what those are.
Anime. And lastly, Black Squash, which is probably the most popular set that we have. These are all available. Same price as the other ones.
And now that I know that they can screen print on the front of those, I wish that they would screen print on all of them. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Could actually save themselves some packaging if they would just do that. Just screen print the whole outside label on there.
Yeah, that makes too much sense.
Yeah. For you avid viewers, I don't know if we're going to be back next week. This might be the last video we do of the year. It just depends on how the week goes. We may have another video next week. Maybe,
fingers crossed.
Maybe we won't.
Maybe we can squeeze one in.
Yeah. So we don't see you again. Happy holidays.
Happy New Year.
All the good stuff.
Thanks for watching and hanging out with us all year long. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
I mean, we do these just because we, want you guys to have something to watch and hang out with us.
Yeah.
our e-friends.
And we love trucks, and we learn a lot doing this. I mean, it's amazing how much stuff we learn.
Yeah, it helps us out immensely.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. We'll let you go.